everyone. This is Devarshi Bhatt, and today I have with me.
I'm Pranav Gurav and I'm with Devarshi Bhatt, the great. Yeah.
Welcome to this. Welcome to this evening where we'll be discussing things about AI, the possible way it has influenced and entered into our world, and will it replace us? And what are the 3 to 5 course of things that all of us need to undertake to secure ourselves from this new thing called AI, which has entered our market?
Yeah, exactly. Like Devarshi, have you noticed that in the past few days, like you're scrolling through reels and you suddenly see reels about like these AI creatures, AI voices, AI content generation of certain personalities, their voices being exactly cloned and made to fit certain narratives and agendas. So I still believe that as this world progresses, as this world goes on now, every single influencer, as you see, from Andrew Tate to Iman Ghazi to Grant Cardone, every single one of these influencers are literally getting into AI content creation because producing content is the best thing you can do for the world right now. Yeah, Devashi, you're unmuted.
Hello.
Yeah, bol. Go ahead.
Okay. So I think the interesting thing, Pranav, that I observed was that there are so many people right now who are using this AI to create content. And once they have created it, they have greater number of following than organic human people who are creating content out there. Isn't that spooky?
That's spooky as hell. And not just that, AI can help you in certain fields like video creation, content generation. So there's this app or this website called as midjourney.com. So midjourney.com ka entire USP is basically based around creating AI, let's say AI videos or AI photos, images based on the description you fulfill it to give. So based on this fulfillment, a certain data set that it has been trained upon, it creates a certain image which has a much higher accuracy rate than any other AI content generator out there, which is scarily accurate.
Wow. Absolutely. I mean, and this is not just in the content creation field, that's something I'm noticing. It's entering into everything. Designers. So many designers are getting replaced. I mean, I last week I had a submission to do, which I normally would have asked a good artist friend of mine to create, or I would have bought it from online stock image websites. But open source softwares like DALI 2 make it so easy to create such a high quality, precise image that designers are getting outdated. There are so many AI tools which are getting into the music industry where they create unique music from existing nanoseconds of existing music. And in literally any and every field, AI is entering on a large scale. Last week, I was also creating an assignment for my legal submission, and there is this AI called Lawbot Pro. It's developed by an Indian student, and it tells you any and everything related to the problem that you're facing. It gives you the legal course of action, the next 3 steps, and how the government will solve it. What are the documents required? But the ground level pay, everything is getting eliminated of those people who are working at the base level.
Oh damn! I mean, like that's good to hear. That's actually scarily nice. In a way to hear that.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I also wanted to know what is your perception of till what extent would AI replace us humans? What do you think?
I'll tell you one thing basically. So everyone in the audience that is actually scared that AI मेरा job ले लेगा, मेरे को placement नहीं मिलेगा मेरे को, these ऐसा ये all have these ऐसे things कि AI is gonna take us, coding job नहीं मिलेगा, कैसे crack करूँगा मैं placement वगैरह. So I think it's like AI is gonna create. I think AI will create way more jobs than it will replace. So and like
Okay.
and they're also right. I'll say this one thing like AI won't replace you, but a person using AI will.
That's really well said. Amazingly put. And okay, so when you mentioned that AI will be creating more number of jobs, are you referring to a similar situation which happened in the 80s and the 90s where computers came and everyone was scared that computers
Exactly,
are going to
exactly.
take every job?
The invention
But
of the calculator.
essentially,
Yeah, absolutely. You're completely right. The invention of the calculator, the invention of the computer. Everyone thought ki, our livelihood is in danger, but it created a vast ecosystem of different fluctuating jobs, which created better markets, more sustainable economy, and it's been better for
makes
the world.
sense. Makes sense, makes sense. And a slightly futuristic question here relating to this context. We have been evolving since the dawn of humanity. We were monkeys, then we evolved into apes, then we evolved into civilized human beings, started living in society, farming, and from the last 100 to 200 years, the rate at which humanity has been growing is exponential. It's not linear. Like previously, it was
Exactly,
growing
exactly.
5 times, 10 times, 20 times. Right now, it's growing 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, and so on. So, where do you think keeping track of how fast AI is rapidly developing and is going to enhance our intellectual and even other forms of capabilities? Where do you think we are eventually leading towards? Where do you think humanity is going currently?
Exactly. I'll tell you something. Humans have been evolving so fast over the past few years. So I'll tell you this fact. It took humans only 60 years from inventing the first steam engine to getting to the moon.
My God, my
So
God,
yeah,
that's
we
way too
actually
fast.
yeah, we figured out a way how to fabricate an entire space vehicle in a matter of 60 years from the invention of the first steam engine, the first locomotive move from place A to place B. So we've like reached we've reached the moon, yeah. Like in a span of 60
Absolutely.
years. So like that's like that was 1950 stuff. But since then we've come a long way, like digital phones, MacBook, then electronic communication, wireless transmission. Humans have come a
Right,
long,
right,
long,
right.
long way, and I don't think it's going to
And
stop
it's
anytime soon. Yeah.
exactly. And the rate at which it's exponential is, I think 2, 3 years back, we first landed the Perseverance rover on Mars. Am I correct?
Yes.
So going from a state 2 to 3 years, or maybe just a little more than that, just going from that stage where everything was controlled by human beings and by machines up to a certain extent, where right now we are at a position where everything can be automated completely with AI, minimization of human interaction. Just the rate at which we have developed in the last 5 years is so huge that it's very difficult to comprehend. And on
Exactly.
that same note, I wanted to ask you, then what do you think is the course of action that we should take now that AI has come, and how do we stay in the market
It's
and not
actually,
just
yeah.
stay in the
I'll,
market for survival, but how do we thrive out of it?
it's actually funny, I'll tell you. So, what are companies basically?
Mhm.
Companies like Infosys, TCS, these companies, they are businesses. They operate on businesses. So, as a business
Right.
owner, the CEO as the business owner would obviously try to
Mhm.
save costs and maximize profits at any cost. So, the bottom line of this
Right.
is actually pretty simple. So, if like a data
Mhm.
entry can be done by an AI bot, let's say a data entry job or
Mhm.
specialized job can be automated, like the entire customer service of an entire department or an entire company working for an international conglomerate. Let's say that if we can
Mhm.
automate that entire field now, then like the CEO would do it. Like to save costs, to save money. Like who wouldn't? This is the most smartest decision to make. Like,
Hmm.
like
And I think, irrespective of
yeah,
what field we are in, the adaptability of getting into AI, even if a guy is in mining, for example. So, what thing has he mined? What is the quantum of mining, the calculations, the possible reserves that are there, integrating and analyzing all of this data by inserting it into an AI. So, whatever field a person is, law, mining, worker level, executive, corporate, non corporate, labor, everyone should, I think, right now do a certain course, upskillment, upgradement, read books about AI, practical guides which upskill them into the current market, and I think that's the only way we can move from surviving to thriving.
exactly, exactly. So I want to ask you this question, Devarshi, basically. So since as a lawyer,
Hmm.
what do you feel how AI will help you take over certain cases? Like what will it do for you and your field, basically?
Right.
Make the corporate stuff
So
easier, litigation. Yeah, give us an example, buddy. Yeah.
absolutely. So the right now in the legal field, everything is very messed up because AI has entered to the deepest core. I'll tell you, Pranav, today 90% of the lawyers don't do contract drafting work when it comes to rental agreements because everything is done by
Wow.
either AI or it is done online. So that market is gone and gone in dead water, and that's never coming back because the AI and also the existing contracts that are there on websites like Magic Bricks, they have evolved at such a level where there is no intervention of lawyers required because the agreements are very robust. It does not require any intervention. Second, there soon is going to come a time where you just input whatever problems you are facing and it will draft an exact precise contract which you just need to print out and sign, and it will be it will be valid in the eyes of law because that is the precision with which AI is developing currently. And this system is already there in the West. It's developing rapidly in India as well. So that is something very scary. The only thing currently I see that lawyers can do to save themselves from this new. I mean, lawyers perceive the AI as devil right now. So this newfound devil, the only way to tackle this is a to learn about it, and second to go into the litigation side, something where AI won't be able to replace us for the next 50 years. Because essentially, Pranav, at the end of the day, whenever two people fight, they go to the court and they need a
Exactly.
lawyer
So
to
yeah,
represent them.
these human arguments, these human emotions cannot be, overcome
Exactly.
by an AI bot.
Exactly.
Also, an
Exactly.
interesting
And
question.
that.
Exactly. So why did you say 50 years? You said like for the next 50 years, AI will not be able to like replicate yeah, like litigation. So why do you say that for the next
Right.
50 years? Yeah.
So when it comes to okay, so there is something called as transhumanism. It's basically your integration of technology, physical devices into the human body to make our body more upgraded and overcome the limitations which we possess. For example, a human can run as of now only 52 to 60 hours in one go. There are some exceptional beings who have crossed 100 hours of continuous running, but again, like they face a lot of complications later. But running for 50 to 60 hours straight is very difficult for a normal human body. But the moment you integrate a physical device on us, we become a next version of human beings. That's essentially what transhumanism is. So, what I feel is in the next 50 years, considering the rate at which we are growing, we will soon evolve from being humans to transhumans, basically cyborgs as depicted rightly in Star Trek. And once we evolve at that stage, the lines between machines and humans are going to fade very rapidly. And that I think is essentially the time of about the next 50 years where we'll start seeing this transition that even in courts, there will be advanced, sophisticated AI where any sort of
Oh,
labor or even mental work will be replaced by
okay.
AI because the lines between humans and machines will be blurred.
Damn, bro, there's going to be a lot of paperwork for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Wow.
I mean, eventually, I mean, I think we are human integrating towards that future where what I feel, okay, this might sound a little stupid and ludicrous, but I feel we are going to become superhumans very soon. We are
I
going to
think,
outlive the
yeah,
100, 120 year span.
yeah, we might be like instead of superhumans, you can say we can become a genetically modified version of ourselves. Matlab is yeah,
Yeah,
as the biotechnology and genetics is moving, the forensic science is moving. We can say that we could outlive,
absolutely.
outlive your human limit. You can outlive yeah. You can just become a better version of yourself, like enhance strength, enhance speed, enhance
Absolutely.
ability. Better quality of like sleep, rest, proportions, and nutrition.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that was a very interesting conversation that we had today. And what say we meet next week and discuss about the possible ramifications of AI upon other fields, and we'll probably stick to one field and go deeper into it. What say?
Yeah, that sounds perfect to me. Let's stop here for now and like let's pick it up for episode 4.
Okay, it
Okay.
was great talking to Pranav. Had a really great conversation. See you soon.
Good talking to you guys. So thank you guys for listening to us, and yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. See you soon. Bye.
See you soon.